Hey guys, welcome back to another video with REALME Reviews. So today I have here two smartwatches that I hear a lot of you guys asking me to compare. So on my left I have the very famous Haylou LS01, and this is a budget smartwatch that costs about $20 US. So just for your record, prices will differ based on the regions you're at. So this is the price I got mine for, $20 US. And on my right we have the next contender, the REALME Watch. Now the REALME Watch is more expensive than the Haylou LS01. It is about $50 here. So naturally it is more than double the price of the Haylou LS01. But we're going to see here what an extra $30 gets you and whether you should just save the 30 bucks and get the Haylou LS01 or should you get the REALME Watch. Alright, so first up, let's just talk about the design and the build quality here. We can see that the Haylou LS01 here is really nicely built. I've already mentioned this in my full review and it has a pretty nice design, very Apple Watch-like look, but what's most important here is the display is sitting right in the middle. We do have a bit of a chin at the bottom, but it's not that obvious because it uses it's placed more in the middle compared to the REALME Watch that I have on the right. So in terms of the REALME Watch, I would say that the build quality here is actually slightly better. I think it's really subject to what you're looking for, because if we look at the sides here, the Haylou used like an aluminium kind of look here, but it's probably just plastics. Whereas on the REALME Watch, we actually have this more shiny looking surface, which makes it look slightly more premium compared to the Haylou LS01. So once again, these looks are subjective. In terms of comfort on wearing both devices, I would say that they're both equally comfortable, but I kind of like the REALME Watch in such that it comes with these slightly thinner bands and it feels very lightweight on my wrist. So in terms of the utmost comfort, I would say that I must give it to the REALME Watch for that. Alright, so next let's talk about the functionality of both watches. First up, I want to say that they both can do like 24/7 kind of heart rate tracking. They also track your sleep and they provide breathing exercises, and of course both of these smartwatches does comes with music controls, so you can control the music that is playing on your smartphone. So one thing you need to note here is that the sleep tracking is more accurate on the REALME Watch in such that it is able to track your naps in between the days. Whereas on the Haylou LS01, you can only track your night sleeps. So if you're someone who likes to take naps during the afternoon or something, and you want to track those, you will be better off using the REALME Watch. Okay, so that's about as much as how much they share in common. Now let's go into the differences. So let me just power up the display on both devices and you can see here side by side. Let's go with the Haylou first. So on the Haylou, we have this very simple basic UI. You swipe to the left and there you get your couple of apps here. The designs are okay, not the best looking. They look pretty alright. They're very colorful and very visible. So this is what you get with the Haylou LS01. So swiping towards the left, you get some controls here, some quick shortcuts. And swiping down, you get your notifications, a lot of notifications here. And if you swipe to the bottom, this is where you get your widgets. So a couple of widgets here that gives you some basic information. Again, this is how it looks like on the Haylou LS01. You might prefer this or you might prefer the one on the REALME Watch. So let's go through that now. So if I swipe to the right, here I get the same thing, a couple of shortcuts here. The icons looks a bit nicer, a bit rounder, more polished than the Haylou's design. If we swipe towards the right, this is where we get our widgets. And you can see that it has a nicer design here. If you ask me, everything looks more polished on the REALME Watch. So moving down, we go into the app list and here we can see a lot of apps here. So once again, all these designs here just looks more modern compared to the design that I'm seeing on the Haylou LS01. Of course, this is really down to your personal preference, but I kind of like the one on the REALME Watch better. So one thing to note here is that the display quality actually looks more vibrant and brighter on the Haylou LS01. So for some reason, I'm noticing that the brightness levels is higher on the Haylou LS01. And you might be able to see it through the video here when we just go into the app menu right here. You just notice that it's just so much brighter on the Haylou LS01. So this is not to say that the REALME Watch is really dim. It works well outside, outdoors as well. You can still see it. It's still visible even under the bright sunlight. But if we were to compare which had the brighter display, I would have to say that goes to the Haylou LS01. Alright, so in terms of the differences, like I mentioned, first up, let's talk about the notification center. So the notification center on the Haylou LS01 is really good. We can see here that we have all the information here, all the kinds of notifications that are coming in. They all sit in the Haylou LS01 just like they sit in your smartphone. You can even tap into the notification and see more details on the Haylou LS01, and I think that's pretty cool. That's very good for someone who wants to see the notifications on the watch itself. There is 5 lines of text here, which you can see very clearly. So the notifications on the REALME Watch is a bit sad here. So you can only see one notification, and just listen to me, it's only one notification that you can see on the REALME Watch. So it's pretty sad, and once you click read, it just goes away like you would expect it to, and there it goes. So only one notification on the REALME Watch. So notifications here, definitely a win for the Haylou LS01. So let me just talk about a few more stuff that the Haylou does better, and then we'll go on to the REALME Watch. So another thing that the Haylou does better is that it is supported on both iOS and Android. So you can use it with your iPhone as well as your Android smartphone. Whereas on the REALME Watch, you can only use it on an Android device. Alright, so it's only notifications and the compatibility with iOS and Android that the Haylou LS01 wins here. So now we're going to talk about the benefits of the REALME Watch. So first up, we have a weather widget here, and that's actually missing on the Haylou device. So you can't see your weather on the Haylou smartwatch, but you can see it on the REALME Watch. Apart from that, if you notice just now when I was scrolling through the menus, you'll see we have this SpO2 reading here, and that's definitely very useful because you can get that on the REALME Watch only. Moving on to the sports modes, both are actually very similar if you ask me. We can go into the sport modes here, and you'll notice that both actually consist of very similar kinds of activities such as running, cycling, and climbing, hiking, all those kind of stuff. But there are a couple more sport modes with the REALME Watch. So if you have more activities that you want to track, the REALME Watch is the one to go to. But bear in mind, once again, both smartwatches do not have GPS, so you'll have to rely on your smartphone to track your distance. Apart from that, both watches are also only IP68 rated, so you can't take this to your swimming and track your swims with it. But otherwise, yeah, this is what you get. So another thing that the REALME Watch does better, and I think this is a pretty unique one, I haven't really seen this on other smartwatches, and that is the fact that it has a camera shortcut over here. So let's say you want to take a selfie and you don't want to use your phone. You can place your phone down somewhere else and just click on this camera button and your phone will take the photo. So pretty cool feature. Apart from that, in terms of watch faces, yeah, we do have more watch faces on the REALME. But the thing is, in terms of how many watch faces you can store on the watch itself, the Haylou is able to store 5 watch faces, as you can see here. We have 5 right here. In terms of the watch faces on the REALME Watch, we can actually store 6 different watch faces here, and they're pretty cool. The good thing here is that there are more watch faces in the REALME Link app, so you can download those and actually sync it to the watch. Alright, so apart from that, let me just talk about the app that runs with both these smartwatches. So we have the REALME Link app as well as the Haylou Fit app. And once you download these 2 apps, you can actually see it right away that the REALME Link app is just more polished. So naturally, REALME is a larger company, it's a way bigger company compared to Haylou, and they are able to spend more money to create their app. And you can just see by the amount of effort that they have spent into making this app very good to use. So this is one of my favorite apps actually, the REALME Link app. It comes with a lot of information, very clear information, very simplistic design, your steps, your sleep, your heart rate, your workout logs. This is not to say that the Haylou Fit app doesn't have it. The Haylou Fit app also have this information. It's pretty good. It has a couple of information here, but the thing is, it's just not that polished. Like it is difficult to get some information. For example, you can't even find your pace sometimes in the app itself. So that is a bit difficult for me to use, I would say, in terms of both the apps. But like I said, you can just download the apps yourself and check it out and see what you think. Alright guys, I think that is basically the main differences between the Haylou and REALME smartwatch. Basically, if you want to focus on just your notifications, and if you're using an iPhone, you will have to go with the Haylou LS01 because it's hands down the better device in terms of that. But if you want more features like your weather widget, your SpO2 readings, slightly more sports modes, camera shortcuts, and more watch faces and a better app interface, this is where you can actually consider the REALME Watch. Alright, I think that's pretty much it for this video. It's slightly longer than what I expected, but if you guys have any more questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer every one of them. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you want to, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!